Hey folks, how you doing? And welcome to part 18 of Gurumin, a Monstrous Adventure. In the last part, we pretty much got another drill upgrade. We got the ice part, and we pretty much started to explore the eggplant caverns. And this is a continuation of last part as we went into another room to explore more of this dungeon. Now, these ghost things that I was talking about in the last part, I said how they was annoying, they cause massive damage, and it takes a long time to pretty much hurt them. But anyway, folks, how are you doing? I am doing fine as always. It's actually at the time of this recording, it's been a while since I recorded the last part, as I've been getting a couple of playthroughs, well, attempted playthroughs with the co-host with the most. And what I mean by attempted playthroughs is that we try to, well, we did record Sengoku Batsura Samurai Heroes, which is the hack and slash beat 'em up for the PlayStation 3, but I didn't like how I didn't like how it turned out quality wise. The commentary was great as usual, but the visuals of it, I didn't like how it turned out because the so quote unquote HD diamond recorder that I use, oh man, that thing sucks. I realize how bad it is now, and I need to upgrade like ASAP, but I'll do that as soon as I can. I'm not really in a big rush. I just work with what I have with now. But anyway, as those things fall to their death, and I missed out on some junk. But at the time of this recording, um, there's been some news of Nintendo Direct coming around the corner, which is actually 2 days away from the time of this recording. It's the Smash Bros. Direct, so it's going to be pretty much short, but everybody's already hyping on the train to that, so I'm going to make sure to stay tuned for that, because it's pretty much going to be the last one into the game release. And this is the time of the year where the weather's changing, thank God, because this Florida heat is no joke. And also with that, the fair's in town this week, so that's going to be pretty exciting as well. I do plan on going and pretty much splurge out on some food. So yeah, this time of year is always wonderful. You get game releases, announcements, end of the year stuff, and pretty much planning for the next year, because I think next year is going to be a pretty exciting year for gaming. And one of those reasons is because Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out next year, so everybody hyping on the train for that. Actually, it comes out in the beginning of next year. I don't know what else besides Kingdom Hearts 3 to be excited for, in my opinion anyway. So we'll just wait and see what 2019 holds for us. And now that I said that, that's going to make this playthrough really dated for that. But yeah, it's all in my mind. But anyway, yeah, this dungeon is just full of those ghost things. They're annoying, and plus you got this goo, like electric goo, that you can't touch because it causes damage. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, this part I could have decided to split it up into two, but I'm not, folks, because we got a lot of stuff to cover dealing with the eggplant caverns. And not only that, we're going back to pretty much re-deal with some oh, there's a group of phantoms on the other side, but I'm gonna pretty much observe them, because if you ignore them, it's not really gonna do anything. But at least it was nice for them to give you the option to do so. But anyway, you pretty much just look and see what they're doing, and seeing what they're up to, and you just kind of mimic their actions. So anyway, yeah, there's I could have decided to split this up, but yeah, he got left behind. I could have decided to split this up, but I'm not, because this game is coming to pretty much, we're pretty much close to beating the game. The eggplant caverns is the last I want to say it's the last world. It is the last world within the game. I was trying to think of were there any more, and it's not. So yeah, when it comes to eggplant caverns, that is it. That's it. within the game. But anyway, enough of me babbling and stuff. How you folks have been doing? There's nothing really exciting since the time that I've between this part and last part that's been going on. It's just the same old as far as like me. Oh, the Red Dead Redemption 2 came out a couple of days ago. um I decided not to get it because I want to play the first one, and I haven't played the first one, so jumping into the second one, well, I kind of did that with Kingdom Hearts, so that really wouldn't be anything new. uh yeah, I did that with Kingdom Hearts. I played the second one before I played the first one, and I had so many questions of like, what the hell is going on with this game? Like when I first played it, because I had no idea what I was getting myself into. The only reason I decided to even play Kingdom Hearts 2 is out of sheer boredom, because I thought Final Fantasy and Disney didn't go well together, so that's why I avoided Kingdom Hearts 2 like the plague. And now that I decided, that was the right decision that I decided to make years ago. I love that series. I played almost every game within it. I might have missed out on one or two, but thanks to the power of the internet, I know the whole story within the game universe. So when eventually I play 3, I'm not gonna be too confused onto what's happening. But anyway, in order to transverse that part that I was that you seen with the guys going in with the turtle, all I need to do is pretty much transverse this maze right here with the turtle, and get through safely through it. But you want to make sure you take care of all the enemies that's in your way before you do that, because if you do, that's probably going to cause you some problems, unless they like this ghost right here who don't know when to give up. See right there, see, this thing is just, oh man, and it takes away so much health. So before you come in this dungeon, you might want to max out on as much cookies as you possibly can, because it's going to give you some trouble. But as you can see, when I jump on the turtle here, this thing just skyrockets through this maze here, so you're not going to have much trouble transversing through it, as long as you stay on top of it, or as long as you stay on it, and it has the power to magically go through spikes without receiving any damage. But yeah, as long as you stay on top and you guide the turtle through here, you'll be able to go to the next area with no trouble at all. So with that right there, that's gonna pretty much just finish off this cavern that we was in. So let's go ahead and grab this. We got Ducky, so you know who this is gonna belong to right here. But not bad, we got an A. But yeah, that was the crystal way of the eggplant cavern. So now that we pretty much gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and return this item to the monster that it belongs to, so we could go ahead and explore more levels. Yeah, this game, oh man, once again, like I stated before, how could I miss out on this? Man, my PSP history was just crazy. I didn't receive the PSP when it first came out, so actually I didn't know what the PSP was until I got to Job Corps. My buddy of mine introduced me to that, so until then I had a vague idea, because the only thing I really remember about the PSP advertisement is that it had some crazy commercials. Yeah, folks, if you get the opportunity, look at the PSP commercials. It is insane. It's crazy, actually. So if you get the opportunity to do that, yeah, go ahead and do that. But anyway, we returned the Ducky to Chucky. Yeah, unintentional, but whatever. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go into town and see about upgrading some stuff, now that I have well enough junk to do so. It's always nice to keep your stuff upgraded, although I might have mentioned that in an earlier part, but whatever. Anyway, the townsfolk is still getting on Parin about the mishaps that her doppelganger, as we now know as Cream, had caused around the town. And yeah, I guess it's hard for them to forgive something like that. But yeah, I'm making a few upgrade changes because, like I stated before, it's always good to do that. But yeah, I'm upgrading the gas mask, so it has a damage reduced by 25% effect added to that. So that's good. That's gonna even cause the the poison to be less effective than it already is on me. So yeah, I'm pretty much just updating or upgrading the equipment that I already have. So yeah, I'm upgrading what I can afford right now because, as you can see, it goes up higher and higher. I really don't have enough. I could have upgraded the I think it was the cat ears or helmet. I could have upgraded one of those. It was 250 pieces of junk, but I wouldn't have had anything left to. Well, I could have had that up there, but I just didn't want to. I wanted to pretty much just collect some more junk and upgrade to level 4 whenever I get the chance. It'll be an item of my choosing to do so. So right now I'm going up to the Pimento Mountain because there's some more stuff here that you can explore. Um, it's more of those I call them reverse dungeons. So we're going to pretty much do that, and there's a sentry here, so you talk to them and they let you do that. But yeah, you gotta place your feet over his head. This one's really simple. It's not as cryptic as the last one that we encountered. Well, the only one that was really cryptic to me, as far as like the century puzzles go, is the one that asks for like a lot of money, but it's not really that much. It's like 5,000, but that was confusing to me. I actually had to look that up in order to figure out how to do that because it was kind of confusing at first what he was asking. So yeah, just do that. But yeah, if you ever get confused on these puzzles, like what the sentry is asking, you can always pay him to kind of give you like a hint of what's going on. But or you can look it up on the internet. It's not that hard once you figure it out. But you could do what I did and look it up on the internet. But anyway, this is Pimento Mountain. We're back. Yep, we're back. And this is it said the Dragon's Edge. I think it said the Dragon's Edge on the name of the dungeon that we're in. No, it said the Dragon's Back. So we're at the Pimento Mountain, the Dragon's Back. And you are a douchebag, sir, hitting me with those cannon shots. Even though you almost threw me off the edge here, which really would have sucked. But as you can see before, this place should be highly familiar. If it's not, go back and watch the previous parts. We pretty much, the thing is, if you're joining me now, first of all, what are you doing joining me on part 18? There are 17 more parts for you to check out. But yeah, the thing is, these things are, I call them reverse dungeons, because basically you're exploring the same dungeon, but you're going backwards, which I guess adds to replay value. It's like mirror mode in Mario Kart. Yeah, I always kind of hated those anyway, mirror mode, Mario Kart. Because if you're so familiar with the track, then even going backwards, kind of confuses you. And that reminds me of something. I don't know if you guys subscribe to this guy, but you should because he makes great content. His name is Nathaniel Bandy. I actually discovered him this year. I really don't know how I discovered him. It was probably just looking through random YouTube videos. But yeah, that guy, he is great. He makes great content. But anyway, he has a series where he does like Mario Kart tracks backwards. He'll go into like all of them backwards. But not only besides that, he makes other great content too. He's just mostly focused on Nintendo stuff, and he really goes out of his way to do like Mario 64 hat, because apparently that's what makes people popular on the internet. If you play Mario 64, and if you play hats of Mario 64, which there are a lot of Mario 64 hats out there for you to play. So if you ever get bored, or if you love Mario 64, then there are a lot of hacks out there to fill your need. Applying the hacks to applying like the hack to the original ROM can be tricky. I have one ROM which is Mario 64. It's like 72 stars or something like that, green stars or something like that. I can't remember the name exactly. I'll probably edit that name in when I eventually edit this video. But yeah, it's pretty great actually. But applying it was a bit tricky. I had to kind of look up what to do. But once you learn how to apply the necessary patches to the ROM, then you'll find yourself having a good time playing, what people created as far as within the Mario 64 community. I never thought that there were much of the Mario 64 hacks, but there are a lot of them. Just as many as Super Mario World. Now that has a lot of hacks within itself, and the most infamous being Kaizo Mario, which I won't do because that game is sadistic. Kaizo meaning hard. So yeah, a very hard Super Mario World hack. I don't know if I would do that. I'll probably, I mean, I can do that. It's just a lot of trial and error and save stating like crazy. So I don't know. I have to think about that one. I really do, cause oh man, I'm not ready to lose my mind just yet. Let me finish off the rest of the Super Mario. Let me finish off the rest of the Mario games first. Then I'll think about going into that. But if I really wanted to do something that's made by sadistic people, then I'll play Super Mario Maker. 'Cause that's just as that's just as bad with that, because people make some insane stuff in Super Mario Maker, and if you played it, then you probably already know what I'm talking about, or if you watched a YouTuber do it, then you already know what I'm talking about, because they seem to drive themselves crazy when they're attempting to play a user's level. So yeah, so I'll play either Kaizo or Super Mario Maker. Dealer's choice on that one, I guess. But yeah, speaking of Super Mario Maker, they if they were to make a Super Mario Maker, and I think this been in a discussion with other people as well, if they decide to make a Super Mario Maker 2, then they need to go into the 3D genre, which is like the Super Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy. But that'd be incredible actually. But that'd be insane on the developer's part, because they're basically giving users the opportunity to make their own 3D world, which I don't say is impossible, but it's just crazy to have that concept of like Parin just wondering what the heck just happened, and she's shocked by that because she thought they actually fell to their death for a moment there. So yeah, this game is just oozing with creativity on their part there. So yeah, I wasn't really worried about the junk when it came to those enemies right there, because I just wanted to get rid of them, and I don't think there was a safe place for them. It was, if I was patient enough, that they have a safe place to land on, but I wasn't really thinking of that. And this icy drill is just great, but probably not wise to use that on this area, considering that the enemies here are ice types anyway. So yeah, I'm kind of getting into that Pokemon thing. But anyway, speaking of Pokemon, it actually comes out this month, and by I say this month, it's November. Yeah, so that game's actually coming out. So those with Switches, I hope you getting yourselves ready for that. I know your hours and time is going to be wasted playing that game. But hey, like I stated before, and I think I at least stated this before, but in case I haven't, if it's a game that you enjoy playing, why not splurge some hours into it? You know, I got over 400 hours into Hyrule Warriors. It's pretty sad, but you know, I enjoy that game. I enjoy the hack and slash. Speaking of hack and slash, I know that there's One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, which I hope that comes out another one on the PS4, or if not the PS5 when eventually that gets announced. I know people are gonna go crazy when that gets announced. Me being one of them. Because the PlayStation 4, man, there's definitely some stuff they could have improved on that, and I hope the PS5 improves on the problems that I have with the PS4, which they probably will. They always seem to do so. But anyway, speaking of going back to the Pirate Warriors 3, I like hack and slash games, you know, and that's the only game I could think of. I know they probably had like what is it? Dynasty Warriors. I heard they had another one on the PS4 that didn't really do too good. I don't really know about that. I have to look into that to see exactly what's so bad about it. But that's the only known game I know besides there's what is it? Dragon Quest Heroes, which I really didn't dig too much on that factor because number one I got pretty much confused on what I was doing. I never really played a Dragon Quest Hero games before, but from what I've seen, Dragon Quest is actually pretty good. And my Dragon Quest Heroes wasn't a good starting point for me, but it's considering that it's the hack and slash anyway. But yeah, I enjoy hack and slash games. They're always fun. That's why I went back to Samurai Heroes, and I actually been playing that a little bit in my free time because there's multiple paths with each character that you can take, so you have to beat the game with each character. I say a minimum of 4 times to get the understanding of their full stories, because there's optional stories within that game, and I'm still unlocking trophies for that game despite me having the game for like 6 years now. So yeah, I have the game for 6 years and I'm still unlocking trophies for it. That's insane. That just shows how much the amount of content. It's too bad that the 4th one didn't get a US launch, but it is available on the PS3. You just have to get the Japanese copy of the game, which actually I'm thinking about doing. I wouldn't know anything about the story-wise because it's in a language that I don't understand, but the gameplay would probably be pretty solid. So I'll be pretty much checking into that to see what I can pretty much discover within that genre of games. And from what I've been looking on YouTube, it seems to be definitely more interesting than Samurai Heroes. I don't even know why they gave Sengoku Basara that name, but it's just whatever. I mean, the 4th one isn't even called that. It's just called Sengoku Basara 4. Sengoku Basara, for what I've seen, it started off as a fighting game, and it just turned into a hack and slash for some reason. The story's confusing, but it's still entertaining nonetheless. I mean, from what I've seen, it's based off of real people and a real war that happened in Japan, you know, years ago, hundreds of years ago. So, you know, I'm not really proficient on Japanese history, so, you know, I guess if you wanted to know more about that, you'll look into that for yourself. But yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting, and for the last couple of days I've been trying to level up my characters past the level of 50, because even though I played I played with every character at least once. Some I played multiple times because I found their fighting styles interesting. I do have 2 characters are maxed out, but everybody else is like 50 and over, so, you know, in order for me to max them out, I'll probably have to play at least a couple of, I say about 3 or 4 more times with each character to get on the maximum level, but I could be just pulling teeth when it comes to that. But Anyway, yeah, I tried to, as I stated earlier in this part, I tried to do the single Kubatsura Samurai Heroes with the co-host with the most, but I didn't like how the quality turned out. It's blurry. Like when a bunch of enemies on screen, it's kind of blurry. I showed some of it to the co-host. He said it's fine, but you know, I'll have to really show him what that footage is in order for him to understand how bad it is, or at least it's bad to me. I mean, it looks like a 240p image quality like on YouTube. I know some people can deal with that, but I try to bring out at least uh, decent looking footage on this channel because I'm kind of like, I like quality, and I like giving people the best of the quality. So, I don't know. I'll see what I can do. I tried to see if I can clean up the image, but, you know, that's not really working to my progress. But anyway, enough of that. We're just gonna do it for this part, folks. So stay tuned to part 19 of Gurumin, a Monstrous Adventure, as we unlock more of the world. So until then, folks, you folks have a great day and take care.